He's going to go down in the credit union history books as a real leader, a real pioneer with his advocacy for employees, for employee growth, and for supporting the nonprofit sector. And that's something that Coastal has always been very, very proud of. Integrity beyond reproach. A hard worker, full of energy, family man, and very supportive of the credit union systems.
I've really been impressed by Chuck's focus on members in our community and how he's pushed our foundation to make an even larger impact. And that's really raised the awareness of Coastal in our community, but more importantly, made a huge positive impact on a large number of nonprofits.
One of the things that Chuck also does is he gets the team to think about how to be innovative and think outside the box. And with that encouragement, team members came forward with a really great idea. They said, Chuck, we're a large institution and we're positioned to help support nonprofits who aren't quite as strong as we are, but who provide services that align to our mission. So with Chuck's support, they got together with other large companies in the area and financial institutions in the area, and from that came our Power of Sharing Gala event. So over the last couple of years, more than $1 million have been given back to these nonprofits. And this is another example about making an impact.
What really strikes me about Chuck and Coastal is their willingness to innovate, and they've really stepped up in a transformational way in a lending relationship with us here in Habitat Wake to help us expand from building 40 homes a year to 70 homes per year. So their efforts have not just helped a family, but they really helped transform our model to help many more families and help us have a sustainable model going forward as the need for affordable housing is growing.
Chuck is probably one of the best mentors that I've seen. He's good with the young people. He actually becomes one of them, and they feel comfortable talking with him.
Constellation Digital Partners is a credit union service organization that was spearheaded by Chuck and Coastal over the last 3 years. What we do is we're building the first open development platform for online and mobile banking that's enabling a true partnership between credit unions and fintechs to create new services and bring those to credit union members. He is always pushing us to be a little bit better, which is really the type of leadership that he has brought, not just in groups like Constellation, but even further.
We spent about 4 years really designing video tellering or personal teller machines, and Coastal was the first institution in the world to put all of our tellers in a teller center remote from the branches. And so today, our teller line in all of our branches is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 days a week, and we were able to reduce our staffing costs by 40%. A lot of folks thought I was nuts, but we were able to pursue it, build it, develop it, and now it's really being deployed by institutions all over the world.
Chuck at the board meeting said, my big idea is that we create a $1 billion investment fund that we can use the proceeds from to fund community development through credit unions. And of course, everybody looked at him like he was completely crazy. But it happened. And 2 years later, we launched the CIF, the Community Investment Fund. And at its height, it was over $350 million. And it's still around $200 million today and throwing off quite a bit of money to do programs and funds through the foundation.
I worked with the foundation staff, a lot of the corporate credit union folks to bring this out, really not knowing how successful it might be. And it's probably the thing that I've been associated with in my career that I'm the most proud of. People helping people is a foundation of credit unions, and it's related to the 7 cooperative principles. At Coastal, teaching those principles is really the foundation of our training program. So our employees from early on learn about what people helping people means and the principles that we operate under.
Chuck has taken DE to the highest level. A new employee is met with the DE who really spends time with them to help them understand the values of credit unions. And twice a year, he gathers 50 or more of his staff for a 2.5-day intensive training around understanding everything about why credit unions exist. Coastal Credit Union is one of my favorite credit unions, and I see Chuck Purvis as an inspirational pioneer that others can look up to for years to come.
I've been blessed. I've learned a lot. I've met some incredible people. I have a lot of friends around the movement. I feel so fortunate to have found the credit union movement and been able to work 36 years in it. And credit unions are special. And America needs us more today than I think ever.
I've had the pleasure of really studying and seeing many of the other Herb Wagner award winners and really looking at the videos. And it's one thing I always notice, there's always a face that was sitting in the back of all those montages. Chuck Purvis continued to show up in all these other stories. Chuck Purvis is no longer in the back. Chuck Purvis is on this stage, and for that, we are extremely proud.
Ladies and gentlemen, the National Credit Union Foundation is proud to honor Chuck Purvis with the 2018 Herb Wagner Memorial Award for Outstanding Individual Achievement.